I came from there, from this area. So I built a channel by steel construction underground above the hills of the city of David, and you saw that workers working there, but all that was the hills of the city of David. And then what we did, we just doing the excavation inside, and then what we found several rooms. But you must understand that to do the excavation is not easy, because you're underground all the time and you're doing all that kind of steel construction to protect yourself from all the hills falling in your hand. So it's this is what's happened here. So what we have here, what we found here, this is the important. Because I did the excavation, I didn't thought that I'm going to find something. Okay? So what we have here first, if you're looking here, we can see a small pit here, deepest area there, and hole in the wall. And this is called olive press. So how that olive press working? You smudge the olive, you put the olive in the sack, and the sack you put on the top of that pit. You took a branch of wood and you put it inside in the holes, and weight, stone weight, pushing the bunch of wood on the sack, and then what we have, a black water and 20% of olive oil. You collect the olive oil because olive oil always jumping to the top. And here I found a lot of jar broken on the floor. You good? Yeah. Storage room for jar, maybe for olive oil, because you're producing olive oil just once a year. After you picking the olive from the tree in the end of the beginning of the winter. Why we need olive oil here? Which reason? This is the question. Okay, we will see. We'll read from the Bible what the Bible talk about. Because it's very private, just for where we are. If you're looking here to this room, let's jump into this room. It's a very interesting room. It was open to the sky, and if you're going that way, there's a stairs cutting in the rock, going all the way that way to the quarter that was in this area. But here, what we have here, we have that platform cutting in the rock. On the top of it was built the altar. When you sacrifice the animal, all the blood, everything going all the way this way, and you collect it here. So why you need the altar? You need the altar to worshiping God. Because in that time, are you worshiping God by sacrifice animal? I will give you all the detail, also the detail about why I'm thinking about when this place was built and when this place end also. Okay? So this is where we are. This is the altar area where the sacrificed animal, olive place, and we have a storage room. Okay, let's go to this room. Be careful.
It's very awkward to try to do this.
Come here, please. Okay, we are here. We're in this room. And what we have here in this room, if looking carefully inside, what do you think? Storage? Anyone have a flashlight with him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Here, what we have here? Just it's not working.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. Give me this.
Here. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. What we have here? What is this? A stone. Someone took a stone and set up as a pillar. What is the meaning of that stone? What is the meaning of that stone? This is the question, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to read from Genesis 28. Okay, Frank?
Yeah, how much of Genesis 28 you want to read there?
From verse 10 to verse 22.
Okay.
Okay, listen carefully, okay? Listen, it's very important, okay? Then we do the connection, okay?
Okay, Jacob left Beersheba, remember we were down there the first day, and set out for Haran. When he reached a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth, with its top reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. There above it stood the Lord, and he said, I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. All peoples on the earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. I am with you, and I will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until you have done what I have promised you. When Jacob awoke from his sleep, he thought, surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it. He was afraid and said, how awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven. Early the next morning, Jacob took the stone he had placed under his head and set it up as a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called that place Bethel, though the city used to be called Luz. Then Jacob made a vow, saying, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey I am taking, and will give me food to eat and clothes to wear, so that I return safely to my father's household, then will the Lord will be my God, and this stone that I have set up as a pillar will be God's house. And of all that you give me, I will give you a tenth.
So, what we have here?
Standing stone.
Huh?
Standing stone.
What?
Standing stone.
Stella.
What?
You talking about just that or the whole place?
I just want to tell you something. It's very interesting. Hear what the Bible is saying. Frank, again, verse 22.
Verse 22. Stand
Yeah.
by. Verse 22 says, and this stone that I've set up as a pillar will be God's house.
So where we are now? No, where we are? God's house. Temple is pagan, Gentile. Where are we? And what we talking about? That stone. It's mean what we're talking about the beginning of the monotheism. Okay? In the beginning of the monotheism, how are you worshiping God? Which way?
Standing stone, olive oil.
The house of God is just the stone. We already talked about what we have in the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, stone.
Stone.
A stone. What is the important? Where all that started? Where we are. Because who was the king of Jerusalem? Genesis chapter 14, talking about Melchizedek, high priest and king of Shalem, king of Jerusalem. So, if you are high priest, which way are you worshiping God? What, it's just title, just name, or it's a real high priest? It's a real high priest. So are you worshiping God? He anointed the stone with olive oil. What you're sometimes doing even today, we anointed. What Melchizedek blessed Abraham? With bread and wine. What are you doing today? The Jewish in the Jewish way, in the Christian way. What we blessing? The bread and the wine. Where all that started? This is where we are. Why Jerusalem is so important? Well, Jerusalem it's a small hill just on the side, very close to the desert, not on the highway. What's important? That place. Because this is where you have a connection with God. Why Abraham came here to Mount Moriah here? Why Melchizedek high priest is the king of Jerusalem? So when we're talking about, if you take all the item outside, what we're talking about? About the base. What is the base? God. Melchizedek, high priest. What is the house of God? Is the stone. What you do to the stone? To the house of God? You anointed the house of God. Okay, it's very, very interesting. You can see what the Bible talk about. Olive oil, we have olive press here. Sacrifice animal, standing stone, the house of God. What we have here more, just to give you more, a little bit to understand where we are. Just a moment. If you move that way, what we have here. You can check it. Put your finger inside. It's open to both sides. Yes. What do you think they use for? To tie animal? Which animal? Goats, sheep, 1 year old. For what do we need that goats and sheep here? Sacrifice. Okay, you see where also the position of that horse. It's not here. If it was the hole was here, you tie donkey and horses. But if the hole is there, what you can do?
Pretty small.
Small. It's animal. Which kind of animal? Goat, sheep, sacrifice. This is what we have here. One here and one the other side. Okay, let's go to this room. You see here also another wall here. We are here in this room. So what we have in this room? It's very interesting because you know that in 2000 I found this area in July 2010, and in 2011 it was here some reporter where AP. You know what is AP? Associated Press. They came here to do some. We did something here, and they came here and they said, okay, let's ask questions to people in the world. What's the meaning of that bees? And if anyone have idea about that, you know how many ideas we get? 10 million.